Welcome back to the channel, US Rare Coins News, Top 1. Today, get ready because today you are about to discover one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins ever produced in the United States, a coin that millions of people have seen but only a few truly understand the hidden worth behind it, the legendary Eisenhower $1 1776 to 1976. Also known as the bicentennial dollar, and trust me, you need to listen very carefully because what looks like an ordinary coin might actually be a hidden treasure sitting in your pocket right now. This iconic coin was created to celebrate 200 years of American independence, and unlike regular dollar coins, it carries a unique dual date 1776 to 1976 which instantly makes it stand out. But what makes collectors excited is not just the design, it is the story, the variations, the rare minting errors, and the unexpected value that can turn this coin into something truly special. When you look closely at this coin, you will notice the powerful portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the front, a symbol of leadership and history, while the reverse side features a stunning image of the Liberty Bell superimposed on the moon, representing both American freedom and the achievement of space exploration, making this coin not just currency but a piece of history captured in metal. Now here is where things start to get really interesting because not all Eisenhower bicentennial dollars are the same, even though they may look identical at first glance. There are different types, different mint marks, and even different metal compositions, and each of these factors can dramatically change the value of the coin. Most of these coins were made for everyday circulation using a copper-nickel clad composition, which means they are quite common and usually not very expensive. But there were also special collector versions struck in 40% silver, and these silver coins instantly carry more value due to both their metal content and their limited production. Collectors always pay close attention to mint marks, and for this coin you will find marks from Philadelphia which has no mint mark, Denver marked with a D, and San Francisco marked with an S, and among these, San Francisco coins, especially the silver-proof versions, are highly sought after because of their superior quality and limited availability. But the real magic begins when we talk about errors, because coin errors are where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. And the Eisenhower bicentennial dollar has several known errors that collectors are constantly searching for. One of the most famous is the Type 1 reverse, which has bold and thick lettering on the back, compared to the Type 2 reverse which features thinner and more refined lettering. And believe it or not, this small difference can significantly affect the coin's value depending on condition and rarity. Another exciting error is the double die variety where parts of the design appear duplicated due to a mistake during the minting process. And these coins are extremely desirable because they are rare and visually unique, making them stand out immediately to experienced collectors. You may also come across off-center strikes where the coin design is not properly aligned, or coins with missing clad layers that reveal unusual colors underneath. And these kinds of minting mistakes are highly prized because they are accidental and cannot be reproduced. Condition plays a massive role as well, because a coin that has been preserved in mint state condition with no wear, sharp details, and strong luster can be worth many times more than a worn example, and if the coin has been professionally graded, its value can increase even further. Proof coins are another level entirely. These were specially made for collectors using polished dies and planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish and exceptional detail. And when these proof coins are made in silver and kept in perfect condition, they become some of the most valuable versions of the Eisenhower bicentennial dollar. Now imagine finding one of these rare varieties or error coins in your collection, something that looks simple but actually holds hidden value. That is exactly why collectors are so passionate about searching through old coins, because every coin has a story and sometimes that story is worth a lot of money. The thrill of discovering a rare coin is unmatched, and the Eisenhower $1 1776 to 1976 continues to be one of the most exciting coins for both beginners and experienced collectors, because it combines history, design, rarity, and the possibility of valuable errors all in one. And now the moment you have been waiting for, the real market value and auction prices of this incredible coin depending on type, condition, and rarity. Common circulated clad coins usually sell for $1 to $3. Uncirculated clad coins can sell for $5 to $20, 40% silver versions typically range from $10 to $50, high-grade uncirculated or certified coins can reach $100 to $300. Top 2. Today we are diving into one of the most iconic and widely collected coins in American history, the 1776 to 1976 Washington Quarter, a special bicentennial issue that celebrates 200 years of United States independence and continues to excite collectors around the world. This coin is not just a regular quarter. It is a historic tribute to the founding of a nation, created during a time when the United States was celebrating its bicentennial in 1976, and because of this special occasion, the design was changed from the traditional eagle reverse to a unique and patriotic dual-date design. The obverse still features the famous portrait of George Washington, but what makes this coin instantly recognizable is the dual date 1776 to 1976, marking both the birth of the nation and the bicentennial celebration in a single powerful design. On the reverse, instead of the traditional eagle, we see a colonial drummer boy holding a torch surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies and the spirit of independence that built the United States. This coin was minted in massive quantities across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, making it one of the most widely produced commemorative coins in U.S. history. But even with its high mintage, collectors know that certain versions and conditions can still carry surprising value. There are three main types of bicentennial quarters: the Philadelphia and Denver circulation strikes, and the San Francisco proof and silver proof versions, and each one has its own level of desirability among collectors. The standard clad versions were made for everyday circulation, but the San Francisco Mint also produced special collector coins, including 40% silver versions that are much more desirable due to their precious metal content and limited availability. Condition is one of the most important factors when determining value, because coins that remain in mint state condition with strong luster, sharp details, and minimal marks are always more valuable than worn examples. Collectors pay close attention to the drummer boy design, looking for sharp drum details, clear stars, and strong overall strike quality, because these details help determine how well the coin was produced. Now let's move into the most exciting part, the errors, because this is where ordinary bicentennial quarters can turn into valuable collectibles. One of the most popular errors is the double die variety, where parts of the design appear slightly duplicated, especially in the lettering or date, and even minor doubling can increase value significantly. Off-center strikes are also highly collectible, where the design is misaligned, creating a dramatic visual effect that makes the coin stand out immediately. Clipped planchet errors can also be found, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake, creating a unique curved or incomplete edge. There are also struck-through errors, where foreign material gets trapped during the minting process, leaving unusual marks or textures on the surface of the coin. Some coins may even show die cracks or cuts, where damaged dies leave raised lines or blobs of metal, giving the coin a unique and one-of-a-kind appearance. Even among normal coins, collectors often seek out high-grade examples with strong eye appeal, especially those with deep luster and clean surfaces that look almost uncirculated. Silver-proof versions from San Francisco are particularly attractive to collectors because of their 40% silver content, mirror-like finish, and limited collector distribution. Imagine going through an old coin jar or inherited collection and finding a bicentennial quarter that looks slightly different, maybe sharper, cleaner, or showing a strange minting error. That moment could be your entry into a valuable discovery. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. The idea that something so common and familiar can still hold hidden surprises waiting to be discovered. Now let's talk about what this coin is actually worth in today's market, because this is the part every collector is eager to know. A regular circulated 1776 to 1976 Washington bicentennial quarter is typically worth about 25 cents, as it remains extremely common in circulation. An uncirculated clad example can sell for around $1 to $5 depending on condition and eye appeal. High-grade mint state coins can reach values of around $10 to $30, especially if they are well struck and visually appealing. 40% silver-proof versions from San Francisco typically range from around $5 to $20 depending on condition and packaging. Error coins such as double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets can range from around $50 to several $100s depending on how strong and visible the error is. Rare high-quality error specimens or exceptional silver proofs in top condition have been known to reach auction values of around $500 to $1,000 or more when collector demand is strong. so while the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter may seem like just another common coin in your pocket, it actually carries history, artistry, and hidden value that makes it a favorite among collectors. This coin represents a proud moment in American history, and it continues to remind collectors that even everyday change can hold extraordinary stories. Top 3. Today we are looking at a coin that most people in the United States have held in their hands without even thinking twice, and yet some versions of it have quietly sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Now here's the strange part. This is the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar. The same coin that often gets spent like it's just 50 cents, but what if I told you that a small detail on it could completely change its value? Stay with me, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what makes certain versions of this coin valuable, which errors to look for, and what collectors are actually paying for it right now in real auctions. Imagine opening an old drawer, finding a handful of coins, and realizing one of them is not just pocket change, but something collectors actively hunt for. That's exactly the story behind this half dollar. Let's take a closer look. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, right after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was meant as both a tribute and a national symbol. People rushed to save it from circulation in the early years, which already made certain dates harder to find in good condition, but the 1776 to 1976 version is special. It was released to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence. That's why you see the dual date on it instead of a single year. Millions were made, and that's why most people assume it has no value beyond face value, but that assumption is exactly where collectors make their money. Now look closely at the coin. On the front, you have Kennedy's profile, strong and detailed. On the back, you see the Independence Hall design used for the bicentennial issue. If you ever get one in bright condition, stop for a second and examine it carefully under light, because here's where things get interesting. Some of these coins were struck in 40% silver instead of the normal copper-nickel clad. Those silver versions were never intended for general circulation, but many still ended up in collections, coin sets, and sometimes even loose over the years. Just holding one feels slightly different. It has a heavier, cleaner ring when dropped compared to the standard version, and that's only the beginning. Collectors also look for minting errors. Things like double die strikes, where the lettering or design looks slightly shadowed or doubled. Or off-center strikes where the design doesn't sit perfectly in the middle. Even small things like missing mint marks on special strikes can raise interest. There are also special mint set versions known for having a different finish, almost like a satin look. These can grade extremely high, and condition is everything in this hobby. A coin that looks almost perfect to the eye can suddenly jump in value if it receives a top grade from a grading service. Here's a quick moment to pause and think. If you've ever handled a handful of half dollars from old change, did you ever actually check them closely? Or did they just get spent without a second thought? Now imagine one of those coins being the one collectors are actively searching for right now. Let's go back to value. A regular circulated 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar is still just face value, around 50 cents. In some cases, if it's in nice uncirculated condition, it might sell for $1 to $3. The 40% silver versions, depending on condition and market price of silver, often trade in the range of about $4 to $8, sometimes a bit more in perfect condition sets, but here's where it gets serious. High-grade certified coins, especially those with strong eye appeal or special mint set finishes, can reach values from around $20 up to several $100s. And in rare cases where top grading, deep cameo contrast, or notable mint errors are involved, some examples have sold at auction for over $1,000. That's the kind of jump that turns a simple coin into a collector's target. So here's a question for you. Do you think you've ever spent one of these without checking it, or maybe you've still got a jar of old coins sitting somewhere at home waiting to be looked through, because that's how most discoveries happen. Not in museums. Not in vaults. But in ordinary homes, in overlooked places, in coins that everyone assumed were nothing special. Top 4. Today, get ready because today you are about to discover a modern coin that looks simple at first glance but hides an incredible story and surprising value, a coin that many people have seen but very few truly understand, the fascinating United States gold $1 2000p coin, also known as the Sacagawea dollar. And if you pay close attention you might realize that this small golden coin could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. When this coin was introduced in the year 2000 it marked a brand new chapter in American coinage, replacing the Susan B. Anthony dollar with a design that honored Sacagawea, the Native American woman who played a crucial role in the Lewis and Clark expedition, and this instantly gave the coin a strong historical and cultural significance that collectors deeply appreciate. On the front of the coin you will see the detailed portrait of Sacagawea carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste, a powerful image that symbolizes guidance, strength, and heritage, while on the reverse side the coin features a soaring eagle design representing freedom and hope, making this coin not just currency but a meaningful tribute captured in metal. Now here is where things start to become truly exciting because not all 2000p Sacagawea dollars are the same. Even though millions were produced, there are specific varieties, rare errors and unique finishes that can dramatically change how much this coin is worth, and understanding these details is the key to unlocking hidden value. The 2000p mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while many of these coins entered circulation there were also special strikes created with higher quality standards, and these differences can make a huge impact when collectors evaluate a coin. One of the most famous and talked about features of this coin is the Cheerios variety, a rare version that was included in cereal boxes as part of a promotional campaign, and what makes this coin special is the enhanced tail feather detail on the eagle, something that was later changed in regular production, making the Cheerios dollar one of the most valuable modern coins ever discovered. Collectors also pay very close attention to surface details because certain Sacagawea dollars display a beautiful golden glow while others appear dull or worn, and coins with strong luster, sharp details and minimal marks are always more desirable and can command much higher prices. In the market, errors are where things get even more interesting because minting mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible that stands out immediately, and the 2000p Sacagawea dollar is known for several exciting error types that collectors actively search for. One of the most noticeable is the double die error, where parts of the design appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process, and these coins are extremely valuable because they are rare and visually unique. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not properly aligned, leaving part of the coin blank, and depending on how dramatic the misalignment is, these coins can be worth significantly more than regular examples. There are also coins with planchet errors such as clipped edges or missing layers, which create unusual appearances and make the coin highly collectible, and these kinds of errors are especially valuable because they are accidental and cannot be recreated intentionally. Condition once again plays a massive role because a coin in mint state condition with strong luster, clean surfaces and sharp details can be worth many times more than a coin that has been heavily circulated, and coins that have been graded and certified by professional services often achieve premium prices at auctions. Another detail that collectors love is the satin finish found on certain early strikes, which gives the coin a smoother, more refined appearance compared to regular circulation coins. And these subtle differences can make a big impact when determining value. What makes the 2000p Sacagawea dollar truly exciting is that valuable examples are still being discovered today, sometimes hidden in collections, sometimes found in circulation, and sometimes overlooked simply because people do not realize what they are holding. And that is why knowledge is the most powerful tool for any coin collector. This coin represents more than just money, it represents history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery. And for collectors it offers the perfect combination of accessibility and potential value, making it one of the most exciting modern coins to search for. And now here comes the moment you have been waiting for: the real market value and auction prices of the 2000p Sacagawea dollar, depending on its type, condition and rarity. Common circulated coins usually sell for $1 to $3, uncirculated coins with strong luster can sell for $5 to $20. High-grade certified coins can reach $50 to $200. Top 5. Today get ready because today you are about to uncover the story behind one of the most misunderstood yet surprisingly collectible coins in United States history, a coin that many people once ignored or confused with a quarter but today has captured the attention of collectors everywhere, the incredible Susan B. Anthony dollar from 1979. And if you pay very close attention you might discover that this small coin could be hiding much more value than you ever expected. When This coin was first introduced. It marked a historic moment because it was the first time a real woman from American history appeared on a circulating United States coin, honoring Susan B. Anthony and her powerful role in the fight for women's rights, and this instantly gave the coin cultural and historical importance that continues to grow among collectors today. On the front of the coin you will see the portrait of Susan B. Anthony with strong and determined features symbolizing courage and progress, while the reverse side carries the familiar eagle landing on the moon design inspired by the Apollo 11 mission, creating a unique connection between social history and space exploration that makes this coin truly special. Now here is where things become very interesting because not all 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are the same. Even though millions were produced, there are key differences in mint marks and rare errors that can dramatically increase the value of certain coins, and understanding these details is what separates a casual observer from a serious collector. These coins were minted in 3 different locations, including Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S, and each of these mints produced coins with slightly different characteristics, especially the San Francisco coins, which include proof versions that were made specifically for collectors with a much higher level of detail and finish. One of the most famous and valuable features of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is the wide rim variety, also known as the near-date variety, where the date appears closer to the rim of the coin compared to the more common narrow rim version, and this small design difference can make a huge impact on value because the wide rim coins are significantly rarer. Collectors are always searching for coins that stand out, and this is where mint errors create incredible opportunities because errors can turn an ordinary coin into a rare and highly valuable collectible that is in high demand. One of the most exciting errors is the double die variety, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, and these coins are extremely attractive because they are rare and visually noticeable even to the naked eye. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned, leaving part of the coin blank, and depending on how extreme the misalignment is, these coins can command very high prices in the collector market. You may also find coins with clipped planchets where a portion of the coin is missing, or coins with die cracks and die chips that create unusual raised lines and shapes on the surface, and these imperfections actually make the coin more desirable because they are unique and cannot be duplicated. Condition is one of the most important factors when it comes to determining value because a coin that has been preserved in mint state condition with strong luster, clean surfaces and sharp details can be worth far more than a coin that has been heavily circulated, and coins that have been professionally graded often achieve premium prices due to their verified quality. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are especially desirable because they are struck using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish and incredible detail, and when these coins are kept in perfect condition they become highly valuable collector pieces. What makes the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar so exciting is that many people still overlook it or mistake it for a quarter, which means valuable coins could still be hiding in collections jars or even everyday change, and that possibility makes the search for rare varieties and errors incredibly thrilling. This coin is more than just currency, it represents history, change, and the beginning of a new era in American coin design. And for collectors it offers the perfect combination of accessibility, rarity, and potential value, making it one of the most interesting coins to explore. And now here comes the moment you have been waiting for, the real market value and auction prices of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar. Depending on its type, condition, and rarity, common circulated coins usually sell for $1 to $3. Uncirculated coins can sell for $5 to $20, wide rim near date varieties can sell for $20 to $100, proof coins from San Francisco can sell for $10 to $50, high-grade certified coins can reach $100 to $500. Top 6. Today, get ready because today you are about to discover one of the most fascinating coins from the United States State Quarter Series, a coin that many people have seen in everyday change but very few truly understand its hidden value and collector demand. The Connecticut State Quarter Dollar from 1999. And if you listen very carefully you might realize that this simple-looking coin could actually be worth far more than its face value. This coin was part of the incredibly popular 50 State Quarters program launched by the United States Mint, a program that changed coin collecting forever by introducing unique designs for every state. and the Connecticut quarter was one of the very first releases, making it historically important and highly collectible among enthusiasts who want to complete the full set. When you look at this coin closely, you will immediately notice the iconic charter oak tree on the reverse side, a powerful symbol of Connecticut's history representing strength, independence and resilience, while the front features the familiar portrait of George Washington, creating a perfect blend of tradition and state pride that collectors absolutely love. Now here is where things begin to get truly interesting, because not all 1999 Connecticut quarters are the same. Even though millions were produced, there are key differences that can dramatically affect the value of each coin, and understanding these differences is exactly what makes a collector successful. These coins were minted in 3 different locations, including Philadelphia, which has no mint mark, Denver marked with a D, and San Francisco marked with an S, and each of these mint locations produced coins with slightly different qualities and purposes, especially the San Francisco coins, which include both proof and silver proof versions made specifically for collectors. Most of the coins you will find in circulation are made from a copper-nickel clad composition, and while these are common, there are also silver-proof versions struck in 90% silver that were never intended for circulation, and these silver coins instantly carry more value due to their metal content and limited mintage. Collectors pay extremely close attention to condition, because even a common coin can become valuable if it is preserved in near-perfect mint state condition with sharp details, clean surfaces and strong luster, and coins that have been professionally graded often achieve higher prices in the market. Now let's talk about the real excitement which comes from rare errors and varieties, because this is where an ordinary Connecticut quarter can turn into a highly valuable collectible that coin hunters are constantly searching for. One of the most talked about error types is the double die variety, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process, and these coins are very popular because they are both rare and easy to recognize once you know what to look for. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned, leaving part of the coin blank, and depending on how dramatic the error is, these coins can be worth significantly more than regular examples. There are also coins with die cracks, die chips and cut errors where extra metal appears in unusual places on the coin, creating unique patterns that make each error coin one of a kind and highly desirable. Among collectors, sometimes you may even find coins with weak strikes or missing details, especially around the tree design and lettering, and while these might seem like flaws, they can actually increase the value if they are recognized as genuine mint errors. Proof coins are another category that collectors find extremely attractive because they are struck using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish and incredible detail, and when these proof coins are made in silver and kept in perfect condition, they can become some of the most valuable examples of the Connecticut quarter. What makes this coin truly exciting is that it is still relatively easy to find compared to older coins, which means there is always a chance that a valuable error or high-grade example could be hiding in your collection or even in your spare change, and that possibility is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. The Connecticut State Quarter 1999 is more than just a coin. It is a piece of history, a symbol of state pride, and an opportunity for collectors to discover hidden value in something that many people overlook every day. And now here comes the moment you have been waiting for, the real market value and auction prices of this interesting coin depending on its type, condition and rarity. Common circulated coins usually sell for 25 cents to $1. Uncirculated coins in good condition can sell for $2 to $10. Silver proof versions typically range from $5 to $20. High-grade certified coins can reach $50 to $200. Rare error coins and unique varieties can sell for $100 to several $1,000s. Top condition rare examples at auction have reached prices of $5,000 and even higher.